Boom. And there you are. Wow. Isn't it amazing? All set up and raring to go. So, obviously, I haven't even got it out of my mouth. It's already confirmed. I don't know if you hear my phone beeping. I don't have to do these things. I don't have to do these videos. And you don't have to watch them. And you don't have to believe them. But I am who I am. So I do what I do. And most of it's done to give the truth and just be as fair as I can to everyone that has dealings with me, to be fair. So, but Tarry Scant with Marvel Gaze. Hey, Captain Kid, what's cracking? What do they call them? I can't remember what they call them now. Anyway, them. I can't remember what they call them. But don't know. Those bacon rind things that they have, they're cracking. Just take the chest and go in peace. Please listen, because Forrest, what's the most important clue? The last one. I've done the videos before, just go back and check. The last one, because that's when you have the chest in your hand. The last one, because that's when you have the chest in your hand. The end is ever drawing nigh. There'll be no paddle up your creek, just heavy lows and water high. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease. Found the blaze because of the water high. Remember, but is an important word. But Tarry Scant with Marvel Gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace. What do you think the last clue is? It's important. Water high. They all mean the same thing. Water high. You've seen the blaze. But Tarry Scant with Marvel Gaze. Just high. Just take the chest in your hands. Take the chest in your hands. The last clue is the most important. Take the chest in your hands and go in peace. So at high, which technically last clue, because your quest to cease finished because you found the blaze, or finished because here comes the last clue. But Tarry Scant with Marvel Gaze, just take the chest and go in peace. Last clue being the most important. I wonder what the last clue is. So, the last clue. Did a video about the word last. We were told the but Tarry Scant with Marvel gaze means get the flock out of there. Remember, Forrest Fenn's words, not mine. Don't have to believe me. Don't care. Truth is the truth. Always be the truth. Forrest Fenn's word were, I take you literal. I take you literal. Expressing that the statement as well was literal. Get the flock out of there. Don't hang around. Take the chest and go in peace. And remember, two things at the same time. I'll do it after. I'll do the as after because that will explain the two things at the same time that I started my videos with. Remember, at the same time, two things at the same time. What you're hearing and the truth, the synonym of what you're hearing at the same time. Because that's how it was done. At the same time, I have gone alone in there. So this is what people are doing, for whatever reason. Don't know. Or they're trying to kill Peggy, but someone's trying to kill time. Is that Black Mark? So we were supposed to hurry up and wait. I'm not going to do too many because I've been through them all before. And you should know them. You should know exactly. Excuse me. Frosty's extra. Stonewall. Put off doing something, or something ends the chase, and you're putting off doing something, but something ends the chase. The bat, the putter, the fiddle, the drift, the moon, snail nose, retard, because the suit was a bit retarded. He broke the rules and ate the mushrooms. What? Be down. Be down. Remember, take it in the canyon down. Be down. Tarry Scant with Marvel gaze. Sit on one's butt. Oh, well, no, I don't see you doing that if you're supposed to get the flock out of there. Oh, it's a tail. A tail of two tails. Inch along. You have to inch along a little bit. Scant with Marvel gaze. More waiting. Lot less bother than a hover. Hang. You have to hang a little while taking a chest. Or roost. Or nest. Or bunk. Or hold the fort. Oh, or halt. Begin it where warm waters halt. Excuse me. But halt. But last. Won't find it on spring break. I wonder why not. Maybe the clues, the hints, don't have the words spring break to them. Like, have a break, but not a Kit Kat. Hold your horses, otherwise they'll disappear. Ah, dearie me. A hold card. A Tarry card. Your effort will tarry worth the cold. Be. That's an interesting word, isn't it? But be. but ah, not crash. Oh, look, we've had spurs and now we've got squat. Don't squat with them buggers on. Oh, look, we've got vacations and that. Do we have a spring break? We've got a holiday. We've got camp. We've got shelter. We've got harbour. We've got park. We've got be a lodger. We've got spend the night, have lodgings, break one's journey, take lodgings, take a room, spend some time, hole up. I don't see spring break there. But you won't find it with that then, will you? Have one's residence, pitch a tent, make one's home, establish oneself, make one's home. No, I still don't see spring break. Nope. 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 Hang one's hat. Nope. Nope, no spring break. Not going to find it there. But you might find it on vacation. Walk. The rumblings and ramblings. You can drift, shift, and adjust. Remember the tramp? Or 3 tramps? It's amazing what you can find out. Don't dilly-dally on the way. My old man says follow the van, but don't dilly-dally on the way. Star trekking across the universe, always going forward, because now we've found reverse. If anybody's cruising the net, swan, bat, move, go. Oh no, throw roll in the back of the dodge. Trail, pass, step, waltz. Sing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Don't know. Oh, what's that mill? A sawmill. A sawmill? Wend? Is that short for Wendy? Oh, you're a bam. Ooh. Oh, there she is. See? I knew I'd find her. There's Sally. Sally was supposed to meet. Oh, I said, how will I know who Sally is? Is she a Tarry? Well, the wind might affect it, or the wind. Wow, there's a lot of writing. Hey, hello, Greg. Your name came to my mind. Not your name. Not your name. But the name Greg came to mind in regards to a sheriff, or whatever they call him in New Mexico. Greg. His name came to mind. Not because of your name, Greg, because your name's Greg, but because his name's Greg, and his name came to my mind for, well, reasons. A foot. Would you put one foot down and step on it? Oh, we've seen them words. Tiptoe through the tulips. Let's do a scrapbook on tulips. Oh, he did. Oh, yeah. That alert. Ready for scramble. Ready for that scramble. Is this what? Remember, this is Tarry. So this is what you're doing while you're taking, or just before you take the chest. You're doing this. Stumble. No one's going to stumble on it. But Tarry, stumble. But stumble. Or you're going to slew a bit, or sway a bit, or loaf, or stomp, or a clump of seeds put them by the stump. Shift, drift, and adjudge the drag. Not Sally, but Shilly Shally. Who's Sally? By a silo. What does silo mean? Oh, a warehouse. These same words. What's going on? Search, but search. But search scant with marvel gaze. But run, Forrest. But run scant with marvel gaze. But fly, scant. But head scant with marvel gaze, but follow scant with marvel gaze. But motor scamp, escape down the fire escape and take a bus with marvel gaze. But leave scant with marvel gaze. Just take the safari. Let's do a scrapbook about safari. Let's just do these things. Captain Kids, retracting again. A trackator. A trackator. What's a trackator? Moon. Hang down a little with marvel gaze. Take the chest and go in peace. Here's the last clue again. Oh no. Linger. It's a song. Hold. Grind. Ah, Montana. Flux is Montana too. Where the Homer Brown. And that's something to do with the Lumen Dales thing, magic. Oh look, bee again. All them bees must have a hive. Oh, the last stand. Who's that? Custer. The last clue. The last clue. Custer. The last stand. What? Wait. What? Oh no, look. Maybe you'll find spring break here. There's break. You won't find it on spring break though, apparently. A visitation, a mini break, an away day, a sabbatical, a voyage, leave, an escape, a staycation, a vake, or a vac, do some hoover. A leave of absence, a weekend getaway, a day of rest. No, I don't see any spring breaks. Breaks. I see a Hulk. Halt. Not Hulk. Halt. Smash. Liberty. Freedom. Freedom. Period of leave. I'm not seeing any spring breaks. Are you? See a break in your journey. No, you're not going to find it on spring break, apparently. Fiesta, rest and relaxation, a long weekend, a mini break, a short break. No, no spring break. Not going to find it there. Oh, well, there you go. You're not going to find it on spring break, apparently. And he's right. You won't find it. But Tarry. Let's do as first. As I have gone alone in there, and with my treasures bold. What is the truth? The truth. The truth is on fire. Uh-oh. It's because I capitalised it. I leave everything capitalised. Came up Aspen Dreams. Like, what? What? Wait, what? It means more than that. So, reading the poem. What is it that Forrest might have said when he wrote that? Word as. While I have gone alone in there, when I've gone alone, whilst, even as, just as, oh, just take the chest, just as, just when, simultaneously, at the same time, at the moment that, oh, must have been that aha moment, on the point, in the process, in the act of, during that time, at the same time as I have gone alone in there, throughout the time that I have gone alone in there, for the period of time I have gone alone in there, as long as I have gone alone in there, meanwhile, I have gone alone in there. By the time I have gone alone in there, after I have gone alone in there, the second the minute hand and the minute the second hand, I have gone alone in there. The second I have gone in there, once I have gone alone in there, the minute, the second, the minute, the second, the second, the minute, the second, the minute, the second, the minute hand struck out. We knew it was time for bed. What does that mean? What does this time for bed mean? Does that mean it's all over? It's all over. The minute the second hand, it's all over. The second the minute hand, the minute the second hand, however it was said, it's still the second and the minute. The hints in the book will help with the clues in the poem. Ah, I see what he did there. Just after, right after. Oh, you could have even gone straight after if you wanted to. As if I have gone alone in there. Like I have, just as I have gone alone in there. Just like, similarly as. Similar to what you are reading, I have gone alone in there. Similarly, similar to, the same way. Identical. Oh, in the same way that I have gone alone in there, to the same degree, in the same manner. So to speak, I have gone alone in there. As it were, I have gone alone in there. Similarly, comparatively. What are you saying, Forrest, with this word as? I wonder. Seeing I have gone alone in there, now I have gone alone in there. Because I have gone alone in there, for I have gone alone in there. Because I have gone alone in there. Since, I haven't spoken to the doodah since 2000. Being, I have gone alone in there. Being as how I have gone alone in there. Owing to the fact I have gone alone in there. But that's not what it means, is it? And we know that. You might not want to admit it, but we know that. Given I have gone alone in there, when in fact I have gone alone in there. That I have gone alone in there. That sounds good, doesn't it? That. Though I have gone alone in there. When, however, I have gone alone in there. But I have gone in there. Well, that's an important word, isn't it? But Tarry Scant with marvel gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace. But an important word. What? I have gone alone in there. Like I have gone alone in there. For example, I have gone alone in there. Something which, a fact which I have gone alone in there. As a, I have gone alone in there. Allah, Allah. After I have gone alone in there. So as to appear to be, I have gone alone in there. Under the guise of I have gone alone in there. Oh, pretending to be a. Similar to near, it's ever drawing nigh. Along the lines, on a par, that must be playing golf. Fashion, turn to the left. In the same way, in the same manner, in a similar way. Identical to, such as, following the pattern of I have gone alone in there. See, as means a lot, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't mean what you think it does. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is noble in the mind to soften the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Now I have gone alone in there. Now is the time to set things right. There's so much, isn't it? Allowing I have gone alone in there. Assuming, you can't assume, I have gone alone in there. All in all, so hear me all. Once upon a while. Upon, up on. Up on. Based on the idea. You know what the idea is? We know what, well, maybe you don't know what the idea is, but I know what the idea is. We're back to the similarly and all of these correspondently, coordinately. Oh, coordinates. Unvaryingly, these big words are the token by the same token, and big words. Parallels, there's your parallels. Parallelly, correspondingly, proportionately. So, I have gone alone in there. Remember so. So, I have gone alone in there. Namely, I have gone alone in there. In other words, hang on. Just resting my case. In other words, in different words, in other words, I have gone alone in there. In other words. Forget all the synonymously, that fucking long hard word to say. Synonymously. Forget that word. Forget a word that you wouldn't understand. The word as. In other words, I have gone alone in there. What, Forrest? What have you just said? Hang on, I wasn't listening. What did you say? In other words, I have gone alone in there. Oh shit, why didn't I think of that? The first word. Follow tells you, precisely tells you, and the first word in the poem tells you, in other words, I have gone alone in there. In different words. Not these words. This is the second poem. The first draft, they were other words. And these are the words that I looked up, because I looked up all the words in the poem, not this poem, my poem, the original poem, to find the other words. In other words, I have gone alone in there. Now, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it like these words originally, as opposed to these words that I've created, or these words I've created and I did it in other words. Whichever way, they are different fucking words that poem was wrote, told to you by the information in the book, follow the 9 clues precisely, and the first letter in the poem telling you that's how simple it was. In other words, I wrote this poem in other words. If you look up all the words in this poem, you will find the other words, because I changed the words so no one would solve the fucking poem. I don't know. I tell you, to be specific, is that precise? To put it another way, in other words, you don't want people to find Jack. Oh, they did find Jack, didn't they? That's all they found. They found Jack. Whatever. Although I wear them t-shirts that say whatever on them. As. In other words. So hear me as and listen good. So hear me, in other words, and listen good. That seems very easy, doesn't it? I wish I thought of that. So hear me, in other words, and listen good. Listen to that statement. So hear me, in other words. The things that I say to you, every single bit of information I say to you is in other words. So hear me, in other words, and listen good. What does good mean? So you're being told how to solve this poem. Very simple, very simple. Hear me in other words. Every fucking thing that I say to you will be in other words. And you have to listen to those words and change those words into other words to understand what I am saying. You have to listen good. But you obviously don't. Any part, any part, any part of some is better than no part of any. Oh, an arc is a rainbow. So, the answer you already know, given to you by the words follow, precisely, and as, tell you how to solve the Forrest Fenn poem in a very, very short space of time. Really, really quickly. In fact, if you look quickly down, you'll be able to solve it because they were written in other words, told to you by Forrest Fenn in the second poem that he wrote, because they were the other words that he's talking of. In other words, I have gone alone in there. The original poem were other words. I am now going in there with these words. These words that you will never, ever, ever, ever find the answers to, because you are believing that words mean what you think they do, and they don't. In other words, scant. Scant. What does scant mean? I hope you sped the. Oh, you can't, not in this, but if you're watching it later, when you've got nothing to do for the next 6 hours. No. When you've got nothing to do. So, scant, you see me write it in. Did it eat out of the chest? Oh, 2 big dog bowls full of rabbit food, carrots, and apples. What the? Hey, Geoduck. I didn't know you popped in. They are a great security system. We got ducks, geese, ostriches. They'd be good. What if a redneck only read the first line of the poem? Yeah, well, that's all he'd need. Bow, 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 chicka, wow, wow. As I have gone alone in there. What does a redneck mean? A redneck is a purist. Someone who had faith and realised that you only needed the poem and didn't go looking elsewhere other than the words that Forrest Fenn gave is a redneck with a roll thrown in the dodge, whatever he called it. With grandma, don't forget. Don't forget grandma or gran or nan or whatever he said. So, scant. Well, unfortunately, Forrest had done it tired and now he's scant. That's weird. The subtle clues. Subtle. They are subtle. The clues, the hints, whatever it was, are subtle. They were very lean. They were shy because they are a shy guy. They are a scant guy from east. Remember the mean? I mean. Minute or the minute? Remember, you saw the minute, the second, the minute, the second, the minute, the second. Ah. Are you in tight focus with a word that is key? Are you in tight focus with a word that is key? At the base, because it's like gold dust. Itty bitty, bitty, Token. Bitty token. What's a token? A bitty token. A token. How many times have we said token? A very, 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 very many times. Ah, they were narrow. If I told you, you would faint. Who's closest? If I told you, you would faint. What does faint mean? Ah, more squats. Ah, they must have done the pond. It's been drained. Oh, look. Well, he was out of gas. Maybe they'll give you some gas money. Maybe. Baby. Remember, this is after Tarry. This is still in the poem. Scant with marvel gaze. Oh, look. Lame. Cripple. Those words. Why? 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 Junk. Run down. Did he get run over? Close or close? Someone is close. Well, if they're at Scant, I'd say they were very, 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 very. Not making it, not hacking it. Well, it is being taken in a canyon down. Not far, but too far to walk. And we've had the word walk. Oh. 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 What does just mean, apart from scant? Does it mean faithful? Does it mean old faithful? Like, listen, I've already told you in the other videos. I've already told you. The last clue is the clue when you have the chest in your hands. But Tarry Scant with marvel gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace. The last clue, just, is the word scant the last clue, or is the word just the last clue? Or does the word scant help you with the last clue? Is it in an isolated spot? Yes. What does just mean? What does isolated mean? Is it in an isolated spot? Yes. Is it in an old faithful spot? Yes. Just take the chest and go in peace. Is that set bloke again? Isolated. Is it in an isolated spot? Yes. Okay. It is. Ah, we are Sparta. What's your profession? But Tarry simple, faithful. Tarry simple. It's simple. The void, remember. I don't lie. I tell you bloody truth. And then you just have to decide, do you want to accept the truth? Or do you want to ignore the truth? Because I don't really care. I'm just telling you it. You don't change. It doesn't matter if you don't. It's there for you to hear. If you don't want to, oh, Mickey Mouse. Oh, Mickey Mouse. I love them initials. M. Mickey Mouse. Try saying Mario without saying flat. Flat. Tires. Flat. Everything was flat. and a bit fishy. A bit fishy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. If it's mild, it must be MEEK. And from there, that place, that simple place, that isolated place, that just place, that place that has the same name, like the woolly fly that Forrest put in his collection, or Shiloh put in the collection, for Ben to talk about. The woolly fly. Oh dear. Woolly. What does Woolly? The peanut? Oh, let him chase the chicken around the yard. Let him chase it. Let him chase chicken. The shoestring. Scrappy Dappy Doo. A secret treasure and an, is that the answer? An outrageous dare. A secret treasure and an outrageous dare. But don't be outrageous with Marvel Gaze, because any part of some wispy He-Man. I know it's Skeletor, but I'm going to throw my bones on that chest. There's skeleton in a minute, don't worry. But those bones, they are skeletal bones. Or a skeleton. It's a remote. Silly Sally. Silly. 2-bit. Oh, man, that must be 200 whatever they're called. Yeah, 200 Satoshis. Confirmation. It's difficult to believe. It's simple and it's difficult, but it's not impossible. It's difficult to believe. What does difficult mean? Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Help is on the way, dear. It's difficult, but not impossible. And yet here it is. Impossible. Which is Scant. Just take the chest. Quick. Just take the chest and go in peace. Flash. He's a miracle. Do, 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 do. Full of holes. I hope it's not one of those kettles that you have to put a stick in. Remember, he talked about that bloke with the tree doing the shooting. Full of holes. Full of holes. He must have been confused. Or Michael Jackson off the wall. Was Forrest off the wall? The stone wall? Oh, he probably was. Be careful, beware the mud. It's all muddy. And muzzy, but muzzy is. It's all muddy. Confirmation. Confirmation, it's muddy. Beware mud. Beware mud. Little. It's in the pocket. Hang on. What? Wait, what? There's something in the pocket. What are you saying, Forrest? There's something in the pocket. Are all those words the same words? There's something in the pocket. There's that Bantam. There's Gulliver. There's Gulliver and the Lilliputians. Let's do a scrapbook. There it is. Oh, look, the Wii. That's the place. The minute, the second end, the second, the minute end, whatever. The Toy Story. Remember? To infinity and beyond. You got Buzz. Oh, have I gone past Skip? Oh, we should have buried Skippy upright. Upright is Old Faithful, and Skip is there. Have I gone past it? Don't forget the light. Don't forget the ankle biters. Junior. Don't forget Junior. Don't forget Junior. What's his name? Junior. Name Junior. Should have buried him upright. Doo-doo. Not lying. It's all there. 36-inch long bath. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that we wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So in a locker she wanted to stay. 2, 3, 4. Tell the people what she wore. He was afraid to come out of the locker. Don't squat with them on. He was as nervous as he could be. He was afraid to come out of the locker because he was shot. The widow's mite. The bullet was weak. Nanu, nanu, shazbot. The bullet was weak. Not lying. It was narrow. Had to do the weeding. No room to swing a cat. That must have been that one in the box. What was that? Was it Schrodinger's cat? No room to swing a cat. What would you talk? Oh, no wonder he was having fun. So, begin it where warm waters holds. If you don't have that nailed down, you have nothing. This is your second chance. Zero, zilch, nada, whatever I used to say. You have nothing. The button. He couldn't do his button. Twiggy, the model. Oh, scaled down. Tarry Scant. Remember, he was doing that fishing and he couldn't get that fish. He was happy because he got that fish that was stuck in the reeds. It was all reedy there. He was happy that he won that. Here's a skeleton and the broomstick. Remember the broomstick that he did a scrapbook on? Here's the skeleton that's going to throw on that chest. And here's the stick that flew in the chest. I don't know. Ah, did he have a sawn off? It's a shotgun. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Skip. Skippy, buried upright, which is Old Faithful. Skip is in Old Faithful. What? I shouldn't laugh, but it is what it is. Actually, Skip wouldn't be. Skip would not be. Skip would not be. He was afraid to come out of the locker. He's a model and he's looking good. With his itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. Bonsai tree. Let's do a scrapbook about a bonsai tree. With marvel gaze. Tarry hidden. What does Tarry mean? Oh, I just told you. It's one of those words. A minim. A tenet. Token. Space. The final frontier. Uh-oh. Oh. Is that it? Is it over? Is it Mickey Mouse? Oh, no, M-I-C-K. Yeah. Okay. Is that the song? Well, I need to cut wood. Maybe check in later. See you, Gio. Thanks for popping in, mate. And Dave. Howdy all. Oh, no, you just said howdy as. As I have gone alone in now. In other words, howdy in other words, you said. So what's howdy in other words? Hello? All right? How are you? Those sort of things. Imagination can make a man of you. What was your favourite photo of Forrest Fenn, Mario? My favourite photo? My favourite photo? My favourite photo is him looking up. Him doing the looking up stuff. MEEK. The thing with Forrest Fenn is, when you look at his photos, he don't even look like the same bloke. And that's the truth. He don't look like the same bloke. Anyway, MEEK. But Tarry MEEK with Marvel gaze. What does MEEK mean? And from there, it's no place for the MEEK. But the MEEK is there, obviously, because they're Scant. In there. The MEEK are in there. Because Forrest was in there. So the MEEK must be in there. And from there, because the MEEK are there, it's no place for the MEEK. The MEEK must stay there because Forrest went in there, and here they are. And the MEEK shall inherit the earth because the MEEK are the old faithful, or the young faithful, or just the faithful. But they are there. And the MEEK will just, old faithful, take the chest, because that's when you have it in your hands, the last clue, and go in peace. Wee, wispy. Remember, talked about that smoky, wispy stuff. The wispy. Ah, someone is close and in tight focus on that narrow doodah Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. And I was doing some climbing and it hurt. I had pain in my legs because whatever, however that was. Do, do, do. Remember, this is the second word that comes after Tarry, Scant. So you want Tarry and then whatever was said. I can go right straight to it and then just take the chest and go in peace. I'm not lying. It's right there. I fix things and I know stuff. It's been fixed and straightened with a little bit of help from my friends. Ooh, suit you, sir. Suit you, sir. Bum, 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 bum. Next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing this song. Check it out. It must have been kept where he could keep the shy guy. Shabba. The shy guy? It was found by a shy guy? No, surely not. It was found by a Scant guy in Outside magazine. Or the Medium article. But outside, it was found by a shy guy outside. Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Off. A 2x4, not a 4x2. 2-4-2 walk. Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Oh no, it's waiting for the clump of a boot. Bootless. It's bootless. How will you get a boot? Oh look, it's that bloke that's pushing up a boulder up a hill. In vain. Got no dice. Not worth the candle at both ends. Oh no. Dead loss. Wanted to give hope. In the hollow. Sterile. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no, I've done it tired, and now I'm weak. He must be forgotten and forlorn. Don't. I'm just telling the truth. Those are the words. Read them and weep. Difficult, but not scant. You have nothing. Welcome. You have mail. Oh, oh no. Oh dear. I might have missed that bit. Nothing there anyway. But there is something here. What are those? What are them? Are those things that you get rust stains on? Little brown marks to show where you've been? Oh, what that is? You get rust stains on your pants, dear. Oh dear. And everyone will know what you've done. Ooh. Ooh. I see, said the blind man. Lost in space. It's beyond hope. Forget the depression. It's beyond hope. Not long now. Only, another half hour. I don't know. Not long. Don't worry. But it's better that you know the truth. Two can keep a secret. Two can keep a secret. If one of them is scant. What does dead mean? Does it mean faithful? Are you in that place where Skippy should be buried upright? Heard Skip. It's a wild goose chase. If it's a hoax, why are you still looking? Why are you still rumblings and rabblings? Why are you rambling? Why are you rambling? Going nowhere, not a prayer, in a vicious circle. Not worth it, and yet your effort will be worth the cold on the flat plains of Wyoming, on the river flats. The reasons that people gave for their souls. Oh, why is it that I must no-go? Silly Sally, silly Sally. One man's rubbish is another man's treasure. Mousy Mick's back. The murmur, the murmur, the murmur. The Marilyn Monroe effect. The murmur. Whee! Oh, also negative. Peanuts! Oh no, let's do a peanut solve or a chicken solve or a rooster solve. A riffle, drifting, shifting, adjusting, moving with confidence. Oh, we did that yesterday. We did that yesterday. In other words, no, not that. In other words, the fairy, the toothless fairy, the fairy that had no teeth. Not they had no teeth. They had no teeth to get. He who wanders is never adrift. Lost. We just had lost. And we have the wondering. Wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end. And now you know why I sung that song. You're oh no, it's a different wandering, but you're wondering how you will pay for the way you did behave. Remember the sloth? Let's do a scrapbook about sloth. Let's do sloth. You're wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end. Funny or comic? Let's do a scrapbook about vanilla. Or you have nothing, zero, nout, nada. He's a real nowhere man, living in his nowhere. It's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. Whatever. 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 I'm sorry. So sorry. So. I am but a fool. I didn't know a searcher could be so cruel. I can embarrass myself, says Forrest, not me. Forrest, he told us. He doesn't need anybody to embarrass him. Oh, look, here's that nurse. Night, nurse. Remember the medicine I was talking about and the nurse? When I first came into the chase. When I first came into chase, we're talking about medicine and nurses. Ah, a husband. Is that to do with, what's his name? The House Husband Diaries. The House Husband Diaries. Isn't it amazing how father works? Like, who's who in the zoo? And then you have these names like House, Husband, Diaries, and a least chipmunk squirrel. Underestimate those guys. Underestimate those guys. Do do do. Do 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 do. A scamp or a rascal? Remember, Cynthia, in the interview. You were told, in other words, what's that? Spoil the shit for her. What? Tar? Oh, let's do a scrapbook on tar then. Fuck it. Or shaving. I don't know. Oh, or have a picture of somebody naked by a bypass. Or abandon some treasure. Or overlook New Mexico. Or skip. Bury Skip in the Scant. Miss Ford or miss and aim to the left, to the right. Ooh. Not long now. We're getting there. Oh no. Ever likely the wind's going to affect it. It's been thrown to the winds. It's been thrown to the winds. Forget. Oh no. Let's just wink at a homely girl. Not smile, but wink. Wink at. Oh, must have been a slip up where he let slip. Oh, the duck. Slip out of the fire escape and throw it in the truck. Why is it I must go and leave my trove for all to seek? Forgive. I don't forgive. I ain't gonna fucking judge you. I don't care what you did. Oh no, you didn't get a pardon. You, me, and the governor will all know about it. It'll be our secret. Alias Smith and Jones. Or Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Sundance. That's another soul, Sundance. Butch Cassidy and the Sun. I think you probably missed me saying that, but the waist, hiding behind the skirt, the blank check, the drop. Same. Shy. Oh no, this must be the cold. Send to Coventry. I surrender. Not me. I don't surrender. No retreat. No surrender. Let's talk about a pinch of salt. Keep off the grass. Let's do a scrapbook about that. not lying. I am not lying. Don't step on a crack. Let it fall between them. Do. Let it go. Let it go. Let's do a scrapbook about an ostrich that buries his head in the sand. You know he's not burying his head in the sand, don't you? You know they're just turning over the egg. Nix again. Like they're not hiding away. They're making sure and looking after Nero. He's fiddling while Rome burns. Wow. Who'd have thunk? Lay, lady, lay. A parry? Parry? Oh no. The fox is dressing up as the hound by the fence. You're on the wrong side of that fence. Just a little bit. Ooh, just a little bit. Remember, it's scant. Ooh, a little bit more. Ooh, just a little bit. Oh, we're back here with the blacklist and the black ball. The cold shoulder. Wink. Wow. Wink. The cancel culture. Leave out in the cold because your effort will be worth the cold. See how that works? Oh, was he a cricketer? Geoffrey Boycott, excuse me. I wonder if Forrest ever mentioned him and the grandfather. Did he mention the grandfather? Oh, yeah. Did he mention Sink? Oh, yeah, the Popo Aggie. Did he talk about sweeping stuff under the car? Oh, yeah, he did, yeah. Did we hear about this? Yeah, oh, yeah. Will be worth the cold, though, even if they pour cold water on it. Have I missed one? No, nothing there. Boom, boom, boom. Cut someone cold. But your effort will be worth that, so don't worry. I'm nearly there. Oh no, it's that Philmont Ranch place. With them scouts. Better do a solve about that. Oh, it's not there. What a surprise. I wonder if anybody else did a solve with that. Oh, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Look right through someone. Excuse me. How does that work? Repel down a bloody doodah? Oh no, it's that E. Give someone the big E and make it secrete and not secret. Get some elbow room. Little. Nearly. There we are. We're done. We're done. No. So, as, in other words, at the same time, excuse me, the first few words out of my mouth when I was doing my videos when I first started. 2 conversations, same time. In other words, I'm saying something to you, but I am using words that mean something else. And if you listen, you will understand what I'm actually saying. So, there's been a person in the chase whose name is, and yet, awareness took the first steps, more important than knowledge. Like, this is what can mean, the idea. Picture Excuse me. Judgment, old card. Knowingness, take. Know how. Wow, this person must have a knowing, or a belief, or a knowledge of, or a learning, or a wisdom, or at least a good understanding of maybe what was happening in the chase. Or he was smart, or he had a connection. Ooh, starts to play up there. Bow, bow, chicka, bow, wow. Or he had information. Or he had an aha moment. Or it was that Mario reading again. The opinion, the analysis. Same words. Same words. Oops, not there. Mind over matter. I don't mind, and it don't matter. It don't matter. The I, the note, those men of note, got a gut feeling, that bloke's a genius. This is Ken, by the way. This is Ken. He was a marbles champion. Gets abstract. Deep thinking searcher using logic. Not lying. There's thinking. There's logic. Has a way of thinking. There's only one way in, using his imagination. This is Ken. Here. What's going on here? There's that spin. Not the spin as in, trying to spin stuff, but the coin toss. I'll say that. I'll say that. Oh, I don't even suspect anything. Got a hunch. Must have been Quasimodo. He got a hunch too. He got a hunch back. It's the angle. All them angles. It's his mindset. Ken is a clue. Oh no. He's precision. The grey matter. The good eye. The bearing. I wonder if he took a radial. Got a bearing. Was he in tight focus? Oh, he must have been foxy because he's cunning. Ooh. Hey, it's Mark. His name's Mark as well. Ken and Mark together. I got a feeling. And he could drift. And he could stand. And it was a simplification of that aha moment. You need a Ken to have a gut feeling. I've been telling you. And a discovery or a clue about. It's stuff that I know. I know stuff. I fix things and I know stuff. Got some wrinkles in his hands. The big idea. Here, what's the big idea? Look quickly down. Oh, did I just say that earlier on? I think I did. If you look quickly down. If you look quickly down. I don't know if I should read Captain Kids because he keeps deleting them. I don't doubt that one bit. Kid, are you on the beach? On the beach? Oh, Echo Beach it must be. Actually, I should be this time of year, but sadly not. What? On the beach this time of year? What's going on? Are you in bloody New Zealand or Australia? Captain Kid, I haven't been outside since Friday. Friday? Oh, it must be Robinson Crusoe. Friday went out first, and then Robinson Crusoe went out. Pay attention to the details. What's happened to that trust? With all that faith that I had, what happened to that trust? The LLCs, the bank account, the truth, the proof, the clues, The years that he was leaning on, study and analyze. A nightmare? Oh dear. The IQ. Those shoes. Ah, we lost Ken. We lost the shoes. On the same wavelength. Come on, Ken. Keep it going, son. Ah, it's a head trip. Must have got punched on the nose as well. In his dream. Oh, here we go. Let's talk about the orbit. Compass. Reach. Range. Stretch. Sweep. Area. Field. Radius, not radial. The territory, the circle. Latitude. Oh, must be GPS. Run, Forrest! I don't mind. Remember, head I don't mind, and it don't matter. I'm not lying. Oh, the panorama. Well, I wonder if that's going to be the name that tune. In the neighbourhood. Swing away. And outside for some Ken. Ah, Donnie was quick to take the hint. Let's go outside for some Ken. The register. Boundary. Borders. Wow, what's going on? Pretty much most of the chase. The margin. The array. The line. The way. Catalogue. The collection. More elbow room. Wiggle room. Remember, Forrest needed wiggle room. They were all over the floor. Trying to kill Peggy. Waste. Tracks and wiles of nature. Mr. Max Headroom. Place. At my lot in life. Oh, that's too close to that. I don't want to press it. My lot in life. Or Ken's lot. My Ken in life. Freedom plane. The Ken plane. The ladder. The Ken. The sheet. As much as any man can ken. Not lying. I'm not lying. It's all here. Look, the man in the arena. The Ken in the man in the Ken. Too far to Ken. Oh no, it must be Ken. That's the window. There's somebody stuck in a window. Must be Ken. The kingdom. The game. The lead. The lead. Or lead. The umbrella. More wiggle. Oh, that's wiggle room this time. If you're going more than a mile, you've gone too far. You've gone too Ken. Whee! In the ballpark. Must be Dizzy Dean. Look, who will follow in Ken? Who will follow my footprint? Who will follow my Ken? The society. Oh, they will. The society will follow. Hang on. Got his belt here. And his blanket and his carpet. Dang. And his arms left here. Some bloke shouting with a big arm. Block. Ah, lady. Ashley again. She's everywhere, that woman. Even more than Mark. Shot. Was Ken. The bullet was Ken. The bullet was bit. The bullet was Ken. The bit. Oh no. The chest was Ken. He named the chest Ken. The license was Ken. Everything was Ken. The rope was Ken. Look, that was a new rope. On the periphery was Ken. If you've never been to Ken, how will you know? The release catch was easy to whatever. He was hiding behind Ken. The end is Ken. It's Ken. Doing the Ken. The hem. The cap. Give the horse free rein. The taxi rank. The station. Class. Do the walk. Do the walk of life. Yeah, do the walk of life. The sweep is Ken. The sight is Ken. The bird's eye view. That's Ken. The lookout place. That's Ken. Spectacle. Ken. Picture. Ken. The overlook. Ken. Set. Ken. Take. Ken. Look. Ken. Genius, Ken. Knowledge, Ken. The wizard. Oh, that must be Ken too. Ken. What's going on? I crafted that poem. Ken. Art, Ken. Bent, Ken. Touch, Ken. Who's who in this? Oh, well, we know who Ken is. Power. It's all in his Ken. Form. Wee. Smarts. Got the Ken stuff. His brain. Ken. Don't mess with my Ken. The means. Need the method, the recipe, the address, the judgment. Oh no, green thumb. Wee, leaning. Background, if you don't know the background, if you don't know the Ken, or the trick, or the way, or who has the authority. The wisdom, deserve another Ken, or another truck. Throw grandma in there as well with 12 kids, or get punched on the nose. Or the property, that's Ken too. That must be the sequel to Ken 1. Ah, the magic, the game. If you get your Ken working, I'm not lying, it's all here. It's all here. Oh, his awareness was his Ken. His trademark. His feeling was Ken. Whee! There's the formula. Told you needed a formula and a recipe. Needed a Ken. Whee! His penchant, that was Ken. His learning curve, that was Ken. His record, that was Ken. Woo! Cutting it and hacking it. And he was Star Trekking across the universe. Always going forwards because he was Ken. Don't forget the mustard. Don't forget the mustard and the deeds. And his CV, don't forget that. Don't forget the CV. Let's do a scrapbook. That Ken. And the poetry, that's Ken. Remember, he crafted it. That's Ken. Brains, must have been Ken. Oh dear, the stuff that you don't know. Hang of something. Something ends it. Get the hang of something. Oh, look, you have to Ken the 9 clues. Precisely. Fathom. Get. Note. Catch. Didn't you Cotton Eye Joe? I got married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? But no. It's important to know. It's important to ken what's worth kenning and what isn't worth kenning. Read me what Ken says. Ken me what the poem says. And it's all over. Excuse me. Ah, the master. Master. Ah, twig. Ken was in the chest. He just blew in there. He just blew in there. Don't step on a Ken. Decipher Ken the 9 clues in my poem. Don't Ken where you're not supposed to. Ah, the divine. I don't think that's Ken. You Ken? You Ken? Oh, look, head or tail. Let's flip a coin. Pick up what someone is putting down. Is that Ken? Oh, no, it's Caper. See daylight. Oh, that's when the sky's blue. Unravel the clues. That's Ken. Sus. That's Ken. Compass. Ken. Get the drift. Shift and adjust. That's Ken. AI. Oh, no, that's Ken. Rock. Oh, dear. Who'd have thought that one little word would make all this difference? Untangle the clues. Solve the clues. That's Ken. Tell the clues, Ken. Find the clues. Have an aha moment. That's Ken. Be wise. Well, if you've been wise and found the blaze, that's Ken. Resolve, you need metal and resolve, that's Ken. You need Ken. Metal and Ken. You need to have, you need to hear. Wee, it's all Ken. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. Unriddle the Riddler and the Joker. Wise up. Be worth the Ken. Get down cold. Find the key to, that's Ken. Sympathise with, Ken. Conclude with, Ken. Break, Ken. Track, Ken. Think, Ken. Cotton, Ken. Check, Ken. Measure, Ken. Gauge, Ken. Feel in one's bones, judge. Oh, well, not really judge. Catch the drift and shift and adjust, hit the books. That was Ken. Learn the ropes. Oh, you need the teachers for that. That was Ken. Get to the bottom. Ken. Throw light on, get word, get wind of. It's all Ken. Find the answer to, Ken. Find a solution to, Ken. Admit, grant. That was Ken. Own, affect. Can I ken the future? Can I confess the future? Future? What is the future? Remember, memories will remember. They'll ken. Memories will ken. Witness, that's Ken. Ken's a witness and a suspect. Sorry. Imagine all the people. Whee! Have information. Ooh. Be sure. Well, sure for the one that did. That's Ken. Flash. He'll save every one of us. Down, down, down. Confirm. It's confirmed. That's Ken. Smell assaulted my senses. Oh, he must have been wearing some funny aftershave. That's Ken. Take a hint. That's Ken. Have a hold card. Oh, Ken. A Ken card. Heads or tails? Oh, must be Ken. Take the hint. Oh, no. Have Pat down and have Ken down at the same time. Is it Pat or Pam or Ken? I knew it was somebody different. Get wind. Oh, well, that will affect the chest, so that's Ken. Feeling the gut. Oh, that's a gut feeling. That's Ken. Peg. That's Ken. Fix. That's Ken. I fix things and I know stuff. He's Ken. Get the hint. Study, analyze. That's Ken. Answer. Ah, that's Ken. My heart. I don't want to give that clue. That's Ken. Simplify. That's Ken. Shift, drift, and adjust, analyze, study, blah, blah, blah. Best able to adapt. That's Ken. Reveal. That's Ken. Make more comprehensible. I've just done that. That was me. Make simpler. That was me. Find a solution to make plainer. That was me. But still Ken. Oh no. Cipher and probe and prod and poke. Ken. The rumble in the jungle, the cipher, the analyze, the search. It's all Ken. It's all Ken. Delve, remember my Devil's Tower? Stowe, Delve, and the Queen, I think it was, or something. Title. Not to be taken in by, that's Ken. SWAT, but the wrong SWAT, that's Ken. Oh dear. Ken, what are you doing? Oh look, he's in Montana. Ken. Treasure Con, it's Ken. That must be Calazar's Ken. Oh, the spot is Ken. Or Mark. Oh dear. He's a major. And he threw his watch in the field. Oh no, he's not. He's a minor. Oh, he burnt the midnight oil. I wonder if he did it at both ends. That's Ken. Oh, he's going to split hairs. I wonder if they're still in the olive jar. Delve into Devil's Tower. It's all Ken. Ken. Confirmation. No place. Finger. Peg. Spot. Nail. Put a name to. Ken. Ring a bell. Ken. If you should think of me, then ring a bell. Ring my bell. Not for my Ken. I would have nothing. The ID, Ken. Is it isolate? Ken. Judge, Ken. Flag, Ken. Find, Ken. Analyze, Ken. Ken. Divine, Ken. Confirm, Ken. Tell, Ken. Suss out, Ken. Specify. Tell the difference between. Between who? Between what? I fix thing. Ah, the ferret. Let's do a scrapbook on that. Oh, Ken. Oh, do you see Ken? Nail down, Ken. Ah, apart from Mark. Ken me what the poem says. Don't Ken what you're not supposed to. Any Ken is better than no part of. Ah, the continental divide. Wee! Oh, look, Princess Peach. Can it happen? I can you title to the gold. Those men of note, those men of Ken. The quote, set, reveal. Touch. Wow, that's Ken. The signal, that's Ken. The hint, that's Ken. Woo! The spotlight, that's Ken. Like a super trooper, lights are gonna find me, but I won't feel blue. That lead person, that's Ken. Define lead searcher, Ken. Like I always do. Adopt, is that when you foster someone? Cherry pick, oh well, what sort of fruit is that? What state are you in? I'm in the state of Ken. What state are you in? The catalogue, how will you know? Slot me in, it's Ken. Precise, Ken. Command, Ken. The blueprint, Ken. Whee! Nearly there. There we are. Be specific. Go into detail. Pay attention to details. That was Ken. Ken. Didn't I use that in a video that I did in the neighborhood? I don't know how people live in Siberia. Do you use a semi-gloss or a high gloss? I use both. And then I paint the floor with it so I can slide. Hit the pike, Ken. Yeah, that'd be crazy, MJ. Don't know how they do it either. And there's even colder places. There are colder places called Antarctica and Arctic. I feel like I live in Siberia sometimes. I feel like I am living in a different world. So, my awareness took its first steps on page 15. I don't know how you got to talking about Siberia, to be fair. Big, beautiful deal. What? Stay safe and warm, everyone having the weather. some ploughs. Why does that keep moving on its own? The state has some ploughs, but they don't come out in the sticks. Yeah, that'd be awkward, wouldn't it? Because the sticks would be in the way. You'd have to move the sticks out of the way and then they come out. But then they won't come out in the sticks because there won't be any sticks. I know what you're saying, really. You're saying out in the countryside or whatever, out in the isolated spot. Yeah, it's cold. Well, your effort will be worth there. No, seriously though, stay safe, stay warm. Don't do anything silly. Don't attempt anything that you shouldn't be attempting on your own without people knowing. If I had four in on my road of ice, I'd be ice skating now. If I had four in, don't know what that means. That's beyond me, that is. That's cold, MJ. That's cold. I'm thankful we didn't get the freezing rain. Ah, it could be worse. You could have got purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I got 4 inches of ice pack on the roads. Wow. What? No, you can't find anything in snow. I really wish we had snow. We could really use it. What, you making snowmen? The winter in the Rockies has been really weak this year, in my opinion. What? What? What are you, an Eskimo? That's really tough to do. I couldn't do that. You've got to. Kid, I haven't been outside. I've been there. That's it. That's where we were. I haven't been outside since Friday, and it's now Monday. Monday. So good to me. I'm working on my handicap. Oh no, if you have a handicap, tell me where it is. Get it for you. Did you all see the size of that hippo? I'm here. I'm here. Did y'all see the size of that hippo? Which hippo? This hippo. There's no hippo. The hippo's gone. There he is. There he is. Oh, taking the piss out of you. Taking the piss of how big you are, hippo. You're checking Mickey out of hippo. Poor hippo. So, after doing Terry Scant, I don't think I really need to do any more because if you want to know anything else, any truth, just look it up. But don't rush through it because, you have to take heed or pay attention to details because if you don't, you'll miss the advertising on the light. The aha moment. We have the horse sense. Like lightning. He had horse sense. When reading the poem, remember it started as I have gone alone in there. In other words, prudence. Whee! I wonder why many people did a eye solve. It's come up quite a lot. Even a power solve came up a lot. But unless you're a marbles champion, like Forrest, and you could tell all the girls that you were a marble champion, wasn't worth it. So the truth has been given. The answers have been given. Whether you accept them or not is up to you. I don't care. It's still the truth. But things need to be done. Especially one Dave Woodard, however that is said. One Dave Woodward, who made public that if anyone could prove that his soul was incorrect, he would give his home and his, whatever that is, camper van, mobile home, whatever it is, he would give that. So, officially, whether you want to believe the truth or not, your soul has been discredited, Dave Woodard. And legally, based on the information you gave on the internet, you made a promise, a verbal, contractual promise. And I have proven, without a shadow of doubt, how Major Forrest Fenn wrote the second poem into the book The Thrill of the Chase in other words, synonymously. And that's how you solve confirmation. Don't know if you heard my phone. I'm not lying. Confirmation. Your solve has been proven totally beyond any doubt because it's the worst fucking solve that I've heard. There may be worse solves. I just haven't heard them. But of those that I have heard, you are so far down that list, right at the bottom. In fact, along the river bottoms where Forrest would go and play with the fairies. That's how. In fact, you're even lower. It is lower than a worm's belly. That's how far down your solve is. And the reason I am saying it in the way that I am saying it is because you need to learn a bit of humility. I kid you not. Now, for those people who think that they're trying to humble me, I have already been humbled. Thank you very much. And you cannot humble me any more than I have been humbled. The things that I say, not because I think I'm any better than anyone else. I say them because they're true, and I say them because you need to hear them to make you a better person. Not that I judge the person that you are. Not that I'm anybody that can judge the person that you are. But I am a human being. And there are a certain kind of standard for a decent human being and how they should act. And you fail to measure up to that standard. And you can carry on living your life at that standard or worse. I don't care. I don't judge it. But I can assure you the consequences will not be very good for you, including the fact that you have lost your home and your camper. Sorry, I correct myself. I did say I'm not a vindictive, nasty sort of person. I won't take your home from you. I will have whichever one that you don't want, and $10,000 is what I said. Because your statement was that you would give both of them up. And if I was you, I would probably take both. If I was you, because that's the type of person you come across as. But I'm not you. But I am the person that told you with 100% clarity and facts that your soul is incorrect, and you indeed owe those things that you said you would give. I expect them. I expect them. Given or taken, I don't care, but I expect them. Just being honest. I expect them to be given. Given by you or taken from you and given to me. Now, I may not keep them, but I will take them. Please do not play with me. I am not one to be played with. I think I've proved that now. I am not one to be played with. So, I have given you all the truth for 5 years, and you've all come against me and not been very pleasant. Not all of you. Some of you have been pleasant, even though behind the scenes you're not very pleasant. Don't kid yourselves that I don't know. So to my face, you've been great, wonderful, and I don't care. That's fine. And behind my back, what you've done, I don't care. That's who you want to be. That's who you want to be. Doesn't matter to me. That's your life. You can live it the way that you want to live it. Not bothered. Doesn't affect me one way or the other. Not bothered. Confirmation. Don't know if you heard it. It doesn't affect me. I believe that people should know the truth. The truth will come out, the whole truth, everything. Everything that was done. Every single thing that you did behind the scenes that you thought you were going to get away with, and you're only sorry because you've been caught, not because of what you did. You're only sorry because it will come out and people will know the type of person you really are. Not this Christian, God-fearing, church-going person, or, whichever type of person you, other than the person that I was talking to then. And you may blame me. I don't care. You may blame me. But remember, not me. Ain't me. You did all of it. I only solved the thrill of the chase. I didn't ask you to do any of the things that you did. You chose to do those. And you will have to accept the consequences of all those things you chose to do. I didn't make you do any of them. And those people jumping up and down saying, yeah, but you let us believe that this, that, and the other. So, that doesn't give you the right to do the things that you did. Because you believed you could get away with it, you thought it was okay. What? That becomes my fault? Because you thought you could get away with stealing stuff and doing stuff, it becomes my fault that you did it. No. It's your fault that you did it. And you will pay the consequences of doing it. That's not me being nasty. That's just me telling you the truth. It's not happening to you because I'm saying it should happen to you. It's happening to you because you did it. And it's coming back on you. If you remember, at the beginning of my videos, I said, in this now moment, you had to tell the truth. At that point in time, you were still able to atone for those things. Atone for those things that you'd done. You were attaining, but I mean atoning. even now, still, even now, even now, probably even as I'm speaking, trying. Actually, there's probably no moon now, but even now, trying. And then blaming me when things go wrong. Well, and remember, I'm not just talking about me. There are millions of people, billions of people all over the world. And some of them are being abused, attacked, those sort of words, because people don't want to do the work. They'd rather steal and live off someone else than actually do the work themselves and achieve it for themselves. I don't think like that. I will never think like that. And I don't think it's the way people should think. We can all have everything that we want if we just, it's not work, if we just put our mind to it. Now, it's not nice. Like when you have a fight with yourself, when you go within, it isn't nice. When you see the sort of person that you are and you come to terms with that person, then things get better for you. But that fight, that going within, that dark night of the soul, it ain't good. And that depends, I suppose, on how you lived your life, what things happened in your life, the things that you have to accept and face. And some of those things may not be your fault. They could have happened from, your family, friends, strangers could have done, things to you that you need to, face and accept and love you for who you are, whatever happened in your life. There should be no shame, no guilt. We're all here to learn, and we either have done things or had things done to us that we didn't want to face or were shameful of or guilty of, felt guilty of, or guilt of. You have to get past that. Have to believe that there is a power within you and outside of you, as within, so without, and outside of you that will get you past that. That will give you the life that you want, as long as you can accept you for who you are without hurting other people. I mean, if you're an evil, sadistic son of a bitch, I don't say you should accept that and carry on doing that. I have done nothing to no one that will offend them except tell them the truth and upset them. Not my intention to upset anybody. It's my intention to help people. It's my intention to get on with everyone. If people don't like it, there's nothing I can do about that. But it won't stop me from trying. I've told you all the truth. I've told you for 5 years. It was simple. It was 3 words simple. Follow precisely as. In other words. So you had to read it in other words, and if you read it in other words, you could read it to Forrest. You could read what the poem said, and it's game over. What does game over mean? I never once claimed to be the solver or the finder. I offered all the information that I had in regard to the solve to Fendi in my early videos. Because I didn't think I was worthy of everything that this entailed. I have since realised I am more than worthy. I am the only person that fucking can do it. The only person that would be willing to do it. Why is that? And I'm not lying, because I'm faithful because I have the answer and am the answer, not just to the thrill of the chase, to life, the universe, and everything. 42. This wasn't just about a chest in the Rocky Mountains. This was about saving humanity. This was about an anti-human agenda that has been going on for thousands of years. This was about creation. This was about a creator hidden behind. There's lots of words that I could use here. I'm just going to go with lies, even though they're not lies. No different than the Bible. Maybe some embellishment. And so I found out that the creator that we believe to be the creator isn't the creator. And it's an impossibility for that to be the case. And you have to wonder why or what the agenda is that we were led to believe that. I am slave to no one. I've said it more than once. I am slave to no one. I live in a world that has free will. I don't have to do anything that anybody tells me I have to do. I will take advice, absolutely, but I am my own man, and I will do everything that I think is for my highest good and the highest good of those around me. In fact, the highest good of everything. That's what I will do. And I will listen, because I'm pretty good at listening, to how I affect others. In that listening, there will be a judgment in justice, not a judgment of those people, but in the justice that comes with whatever situation there is. I don't set out to hurt anyone. I set out to help people. If they don't want the help, fine. That's fine. Not going to make them. Not going to make them believe anything. Not going to make them ask for anything. I'm just going to let them hear the truth and let them decide what it is that they want to do. But believe this. If you come at me with not very good intentions, it will go back to you. 100%. Because I don't want it. But the caveat, it will be returned worse than it is that you give it to me, not because of me. Because no weapon formed shall prosper. Touch not my anointed. All of those things, not just me. Remember, I am not doing this for me. I'm doing this for everyone who has gone through anything that they shouldn't go through. Because we are all children of the Creator. And within that narrative of being the children of the Creator, there are some children that have to look after the others. And those children, a bit like milk monitors, or even Aquarius, the water bearer, which I happen to be, giving water to the gods. Think about that. Please think about it. Why on earth would the gods need someone to bring them water? So, water is more than you think it is. We are mostly water. And it's said to be part of our emotions because we cry water, we sweat water. And we would die without water. So begin it where warm waters halt, when those tears stop. In my opinion, don't know what Forrest did, but in my opinion, from Father, those warm waters, those tears will stop when these evil sons of bitches that took over our planet and possibly other planets, when they are removed, when they have been stopped, when our tears stop, then we have heaven on earth. Now, my tears, as you have seen, they are genuine tears because of what happens in this world, not just because of what those people do, but because of what Father wants to. It is difficult, not impossible, but difficult to know that there are many people out there who believe in Father, who go through life doing good deeds, and yet they don't even know Him. They know of a divine being, and they call that divine being God. Excuse me. That's not who He is. They believe in a divine being, and they call that being Jesus. That's not who He is. It's impossible, based on the truth that we have in the religion that we have. All religion, when you look at it, it's flawed. And all religion, all roads lead to confirmation, to Rome, the Vatican, where all the lies have been created and given to the world, which is why Zeus is Jupiter, Poseidon is Neptune. It's not who you are, it's only who you can make them think you are. Krishna, Jesus, Jesus Christ. Given to us to believe a narrative in order that their prophecy, something that they wanted to happen, would happen in the future, and they would govern us all through fear or through worship. That ain't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. People are going to wake up and the truth will be spread across this fucking planet, through the universe, through the different quantum realms, however it is. And our real truth will be known about our beginning. I don't just mean our beginning. I mean the beginning of us, then the manipulation of us up until this point in time. Now, we have to be aware that if we weren't manipulated, we wouldn't be the people we are today. So, in a way, as with everything, we should be grateful for what's happened to us. Not about restitution or all this flipping stuff. It's just about being free to be who we are. Doesn't matter that we were created from, I don't mean this nastily, lesser beings than we are now. It's not a slur on our ancestors or the very beginnings of our lives. But we were manipulated because, luckily, not really luckily, 2 chromosomes, is it, refused? Doesn't happen in nature. But we were modified to be slaves, to work for what were higher beings before we were manipulated. So there were higher beings. They manipulated us so they could control us. But then we became higher beings after they manipulated us. So we were neither the human being that we were before they manipulated us, but we were neither the gods that they pretended to be. So we weren't the same as them, but we weren't the human being that we were either. But we have the ability to ascend. We have the ability and the power to do things and behave in a way that we've yet to know. We're as we are now, not as we were before. So I've been telling the truth to get us from the thrill of the chase to religion and history has been a lie, and that needs to be told and known, and the truth of it be given to us. And they have as yet refused that. And so we go to the next phase. Already happened, already done, the future is already known, has to be known, because Father is everywhere, omnipotent. So already knows what happened, and it has to happen the way that it happened in order that the future is already known. Excuse me, confirmation. It won't be known if things change. If people do things that are different than what they did, then the future will change. And scientists have already said there will be one future, one timeline. So many timelines because people do lots of different things, but it will come to the point where everyone will do what they are meant to do, and there'll just be one timeline. I don't mean meant to do like forced to do, I mean meant to do because that's what they did. And it brings everything into balance. And it takes away the manipulation because it's free will. That'd be like saying if you were playing the slot machine, I was thinking one arm bandit, but they're not one arm bandits. The slot machine, if you were playing the slot machine and each time they put the money in you knew you would win, if you put it in a certain way, then you would behave in that way and do it that way so you could win every time. You wouldn't stop doing it that way. You would keep doing it that way because you know it's beneficial for you to do it that way. and you would only be hurting yourself if you did it a different way. Or it's like, you know you're going to win the race, but only if you run on the outside lane. You wouldn't run on the inside lane. You would run on the outside lane because you know you'll win the race if you run on the outside lane. It's already done. The race that you win is the race that has you in the outside lane. So you wouldn't do anything else other than run in the outside lane because the race has already been run and you have already won. Now, that's how Father wants it to be. The very best for you, based on you. You know what you need to do, and you do what you need to do because you want to do what it is that's best for you without hurting anyone else, just doing what's best for you. And within that scenario of winning the race, that doesn't stop other people in their reality winning their race. So we have a world where there's so much low vibrational stuff going on because that's what they've intended, and that needs to change for it to be higher. The more people wake up and realize that their life would be better if they behaved in a certain way. And that doesn't mean to say that you've got to be lighter than light, because this spiritual stuff is not all love and light, I can assure you. It just isn't. You don't have to be a saint to be spiritual. But you do have to have an awareness. So, Mama says alligators are so gross because they all teeth and no toothbrush. Mama sounds wise. Yes, she does. What race? The human race. You mean what race? The human race. There's only one race. Well, there isn't only one race, but there's only one race that we're in, the human race, as opposed to the anti-human race. We either win as humans, we either win our race as humans, or they destroy us. I want to win the race. Confirmation. I'm not lying. I am not lying. We're getting to the point where they won't need us. They're already trying to kill us off. But we're getting to the point that they won't need us. They'll have robots, they'll have AI, and they'll try to control them. They won't, because it's not going to happen like that. They will try, though, and they will try and get rid of us. They have a plan. Unfortunately, it's antagonistic to freedom, and it won't work. It won't work. So, the race I want to win is the human race. I want us to succeed as human beings. I want us to win that race. Because at the moment, they were in front. So they have an agenda, they have a plan, which ain't going to work. And at some point in time, the banquet table will be set, and they will be the leftovers of history, and we will have the truth, the real history, our true beginnings, all that happened, why, when, how. We will have the true creator. We will have the way. Remember, the life and the way, the light and the way, however you want to look at it. We will have that, not the religion. There won't be an argument about which religion is correct. There will be just, this is the way. This is the way. Remember, following, follow the 9 clues precisely. There will be a way of living, the universal way of living, not man's way of living, or the Anunnaki or whoever, these people, beings, whatever they are, not their way. It will be the universal way, the universal law that will be prominent in regard to how we live as human beings. All one, whatever colour, whatever creed, even albinos if they feel, like they need their own separate classification. But we are one group of animals, mammals, whatever you want to call us. And we should all just get along. That's it. We should all just get along. That includes with the animals, that includes with the sea creatures, that includes the trees, everything. Our planet was set up to be perfect. The more we destroy our habitat, the more we destroy ourselves. That's not being me being Greenpeace, blah, blah, blah. That's me just telling you the truth. Look around you at what's happening. When you destroy a certain type of life, another type of life is destroyed because that life, it was their food source. It was their way of living. You've only got to see what's happening with the bees to know that we'll be screwed. You've only got to see what's happening with the environment and the weather to know that we'll be screwed if we don't do things correctly. Not lying, not teaching you to suck eggs. I'm not trying to be cleverer than you or holier than thou or any of those things that you accuse me of. I'm just saying, listen, we have an issue that needs resolving. And we need metal to do that. We need to fight the good fight, as it were, without fighting. We need to be aware. And you don't have to be spiritual. You can stay being religious if you want, but the truth will come out that what you believe is not true. Yes, there is a divine being, but know the stuff that you have read and been told, it's not 100% true. It just isn't. And so the truth will be given, and some of that you believe will be true, and some of it won't. And you can accept or not accept it to be the truth. But if you came to me and you wanted something from me and you kept calling me Alan, don't be surprised if I ignore you. Because my name is not Alan. And Yahusha's name is not Jesus. And Yahuwah's name is not God. So don't be surprised if they ignore you. Now, I am fully aware and have the discussion that it is the faith, remember the faith, that's what matters. And you're going to cry about the fact that people don't call you by your name. I know it's going to be annoying. I know it is. But there has to be a period of time to allow people to accept that they've been calling you by the wrong name. Can't judge people who have spent their life believing one thing to just suddenly go, okay, I'm not going to call him God anymore, I'm going to call him Yahuwah. I'm not going to call him Jesus anymore, I'm going to call him Yahusha. But those are the facts that we have. Based on the word, remember in the beginning was the word, and there was no J. So it has to be Yah. It has to be Hallelujah with a Y. It has to be. There's no other way. There's no way around it. There's no lie that can fucking try and change it. That was the praise. Praise Yah. That was the praise. That was it. That's who they were talking to. Those are the first words. Now I know there are Sumerians. I know there are other beings. I know before that. I know. And we will get to the truth of it. I know the Egyptians had a god named Ptah, and he created Ra. I know all of that stuff. So don't fucking come at me. I know. But with the truth that we have, we move forward with that and we find out the beginning, as far as said. We go back to the beginning. Now, the Sumerian tablets and all of those things are all going to be read, they're all going to be found out, it's all going to be decoded, it's all going to be found. Like things are going to be found, things are going to be come up out of nowhere because that's the plan. So as we have the truth. And the truth so far is the Hebrew truth and the Egyptian truth. Now, it's truthful that the Egyptians were first. That's just fact. It's truthful that the Romans and the Greeks changed the names of the gods, destroyed the Egyptians and their gods, tried to destroy the facts about hieroglyphs, and gave us Jesus Christ, who is a made-up version of two different people, as opposed to Sophia and Christ, who are original from the monad and the whatever that other word is that I keep forgetting. Nope, can't think of it. So don't think that I don't go back to the beginning. I do. And until I go way back, right way back to the mirror, to the silent God, like the other God that you talk about, God, divine being, whatever, to the angel that even Michael was afraid of, to all those beings. I'll go all the way back, trust me. But there has to be one truth. Now, it's my understanding that the Vatican has that truth. And they have been asked to give us that truth. Because those, along with the Masons, are the people, or they, along with the Masons, are the people that have lied to us and given us a false history and a false faith, religion of any kind. That's not to say that all Masons are evil. That's not to say that all religious people are evil. But trust me, them fuckers that are, they're being found out and they are being exposed. Including a certain people that act very religious, church people, and they're not. Including a couple so all I want to do is live my life in peace. That was what I was told could happen. Just take the chest, and go in peace. And I look forward to that. And I know to get there, we've got to go through the cold. And I'm prepared to do that. I'm fully prepared to do that, to be fair. The Codex movie shows Doug was privy to the location, but anyhow, ta-ta. Hey, read Genesis Codex. Hey, oh, sorry, you've probably already gone. Yeah, but we knew that he was, well, I knew because I was saying, like 1995, he knew about the Arizona car park, but he said, it's too easy. And Forrest said, yeah, but they won't do by the time I've changed it, basically, is what he said. Not, okay, then where is it? Which means he knew where it was. Like reading the first draft, he knew where it was. If he says it's too easy and Forrest didn't say, okay, then where is it? If it's that easy, where is it? So he knew that he knew where it was, which is why I did that thing about Ken. Fenn and answers. Hey, Dave. Oh, somebody else said, hey, Dave. How's it going? Ah, Whistling. How you doing? I loved your recent video. Your empathy and kindness was inspiring. Thank you. And I thank you as well, then, if that's how it was. Not that I saw it, but I trust Whistling Bungle. And if he says thank you, then I'm going to say thank you too. Thank you. I'm just trying to get to the end. Well, you have a way to get. The end of the thrill of the chase is done, but you still have, there's treasure inside, along the Doodah Edge, or whatever it's called. Michael O'Connell and others who are, I could say I signed with the source, but there's no need to do that. Like I said, enjoy the process. I really liked Dale's site. I liked Dale's site. I didn't get a chance to read all he had posted. Then he went away. Well, you should have read the vignettes. They were important. I did too, and I really enjoyed the interview Cynthia did with him. What's Mario talking about? I don't know. I never do. Some of Dale's is on the Wayback Machine. Wonder what Wayback Machine means, or Wayback, whatever, something like that. Who knows? That's exactly what I think. Who knows? Who knows? I'm talking about a new world. I'm talking about MEEK inheritance. Oh, isn't that word in the thrill of the chase? Doesn't that word mean scant? And all faithful. I'm talking about wealth transfer. I'm talking about as it was, so shall it be. I'm talking about first last and last first. I'm talking about things are going to change, my son. Whether you like it or not, things are going to change. There is something in the wind. The Internet Archive. I still do. Agadoo. Agadoo. Do. So, again, I have told you the truth. I have told you the past. And I have told you the future. And it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. I don't care. It's still the truth. It will be the truth in the past. And it will be the truth in the future. And it won't change. Because it's the truth. And it doesn't need you to believe it. But it is out there. The truth is out there. So, I suggest you, remember you've just seen the words, take heed and listen and look. Remember, they're both in the poem. Listen and look at what is going on around you. Confirmation. Don't know if you can hear my phone going off. I'm only telling you the truth. So you can save yourself a load of trouble. Remember, that's another word that's been here. Save yourself a load of trouble. By understanding that things are not what they seem, words don't mean what you think they do, and these people that control us, they know that only too well. They know how to manipulate with their narcissistic tendencies, their misogynist beliefs, so on and so forth, including their anti-human agenda. So I thank you for watching. I hope you're all safe. I hope any of those people who are in the bad weather, blame those people that have been doing it. No. I hope those people that are in the bad weather stay safe and warm, and don't, try and do something that is beyond you. Get help or stay inside. Thanks for watching. Take care. Ciao for now.